So as Bitcoin continues to drop, I can't say that it's taken us off guard. Literally nothing has taken me off guard. We have predicted this move, and I have to say this, Bitcoin is following the projection to a T. Okay, so Bitcoin is doing exactly what I thought it was going to do, and everything is going according to plan. Nothing is taking me off guard, which is more than the people on X can say, because a lot of people are thrown off by this move. Not us, though. Okay, so this is going to be a short video because I don't think it needs to be complicated. I think I'm going to make it very easy. Let's shoot for under 5 minutes, okay? Structure, excuse me, what did we say? Your 4-hour structure is bearish. We already know that. All time frame structure minus this low, which I'm being nice and saying that that's not bearish, is this, right? Your 4-hour flipped bearish, and then really your expectational order flow on the 4-hour time frame is lower high to then make a lower low. Now, why could we make a lower low? Number one, we know that we've been in an uptrend for 3 weeks prior to this past like week and a half, and that we have many zones that we could come back for because we did not mitigate it, right? If I turn on my swing TA here, we did not mitigate it. We already know that we had a very heavily manipulated range here in terms of volume. It was heavily manipulated and a lot of volume, and we obviously rejected from there, and then now continuing down we go, right? But forget even all that. Just based on structure alone, your 4-hour lower high, we had signs that it could be here, and then now we're potentially coming down to the 4-hour lower low to continue our what was now created as a new downtrend, right? So we had, that was horrible wording, but we had, you know, we were in an uptrend for 3 weeks, like I said. We transitioned that uptrend to a downtrend. There's your potential lower high. Yes, we could come back up there. We're going to talk about that to then make a lower low. So with that being said, I ultimately believe that we will continue coming down to 59.8, but I actually think we're going to come a little bit lower than that because we do have this beautiful naked monthly point of control here down at 58.1 that we could come to. Confluence with this 12-hour order block. Not only that, but if you watched my last video, then you know that based on higher term structure, and remember, I kind of bent the rules a little bit, but I was saying that something like this might happen, and something like this absolutely may happen, and we are prepared for all scenarios. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I have none of this has taken me off guard so far. Okay, so yeah, you know, we will be looking for longs. I'm already looking for longs. I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm not. However, I do think that we will eventually make our way down to 58.1 at the very least, because we have a naked monthly point of control there, if not lower. That much we've already talked about on the previous videos. I don't need to go over potentially going lower. We'll talk about that when that day comes, if that day comes. But we definitely have reason to go lower. You know, my ultimate swing trade idea, which things can change all the time, guys, but my swing trade idea that I've had from when I created my swing TA was to come down all the way to 52.4. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to happen. There are obviously many obstacles along the way that could stop Bitcoin and continue Bitcoin's kind of internal shitty looking uptrend. However, when I did my analysis, this was the idea, and as of now, the idea has not changed. Okay, so I will update you guys if and when the idea changes. Now, locally speaking, if you're not in a trade right now, is this the time to short? Probably not. What I will say is that we do have quite a bit of liquidity right above here. So in the event that Bitcoin decides that it wants to run up and take these highs, I will be looking for additional shorts. But ultimately, you know, we're typically just in a, I mean, not typically, we're in a range right now. And so if we were to just trade the range, when you're at the highs of the range, look to short. When you're at the lows of the range, look to long. And again, in my opinion, I think this low is going to go. We could SFP it and go higher, possible, but I do think the 58.1 is a very likely target. And guys, I don't sugarcoat shit. You know, I don't feed you the up only nonsense. I keep it as real as can be, and you know, I've had success doing that. So if you like a channel that doesn't give you bullshit, and I don't just say, oh, please, 60K in the next 6 days, like I just saw on Twitter, then you know, this is the channel for you. Make sure to subscribe and join us with these profits that we've been getting. And everything is given, by the way, ahead of time. I'm an open book. You know, everything I'm doing is on YouTube in real time. Anyway, okay, so yeah, this is kind of the range that we're in right now. Yeah, you could look to long the lows. You could look to hold it up. Like I said, you know, we have potential to come up and sweep these highs. But I'm at a point right now, especially because we didn't take this low, right? If we come on the 10-15 minute time frame, which I believe this is a nice looking 10 to 15 minute range. If we come on the 10-15 minute time frame, this low here hasn't been hit, which means this is not a sign of an accumulation, right? So that being said, it's quite simple. Like it's always been, or like the narrative has been the same this entire bull market, which is when we put in a low, which is this, and we don't accumulate, at any point, if that structure flips bearish, then we're targeting back down to that low. So, you know, although I do ultimately believe 58.1 is on the cards, etc. Yes, we could get a little bit of a pump here. I'm praying for like 62.5. If we make it back up to 62.5 and I see the confirmations that I want to see, I will giga short the farm. Again, only if I see the confirmations that I want to see. But ultimately, that flip can happen anywhere. It's arguably happening here. I wouldn't say it's a clean enough break for me yet. And that information doesn't really serve us any any edge, because we're already so close to the low of the range, and you don't typically want to be shorting in the discount of the range. So if we were to continue this higher and then we get a flip like that, doesn't matter where. Could happen here, could happen at 62.5. Literally doesn't matter where. From that point, I am going to short. I think that is a very easy short, something like this, down to the lows, and then potentially hold that even lower, right? Potentially hold that even lower, because as we know, we do have lower targets that we could, in my opinion anyways, easily make it to. Guys, that is your daily update. Not that I do this daily, but maybe I will do this daily. If you like these daily updates, let me know in the comments down below so that I can start doing these very quick recap updates. Obviously, my Nexus members already know what's going on. Obviously, we've already taken a few trades. Obviously, they are swing short with me. So if you're interested in joining the Nexus, join the link in the description down below. Shout out to my Nexus members. Drop them tree emojis in the comments down below. That's what I'm looking at for now, guys. We'll see. Things can change, you know, and that's why if you like these daily updates, let me know in the comments down below, because if you like it, then maybe I'll do it. But we're kind of in a content crisis, not identity crisis right now, but we're shifting the branding, right, from the old VIP to the Nexus. And so there's going to be new content, new types of content coming as well. So if you like this and you want this to be part of the what we'll call arsenal of content, then make sure that you let me know in the comments down below. Aside from that, guys, if you like the content, hit the like button. If you loved it, hit the subscribe button with the notification bell, so that if enough of you comment that you like these daily updates, you will get these daily updates in time and you will not be lost in these markets. And I'm not always right, but I've been right lately, and you know, I don't think anything has changed. You know, I'm sticking to my guns. I'm sticking to my swing short. Yes, it can change. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not. But maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. I'll see you guys in the next video. Damn it, that was longer than 5 minutes.